Hello friend, I hope you are doing a great time. Welcome to other session. Now we speak mm, my lessons are about the writing, especially in chapter 5 for Lam 2 academic writing. First title in this chapter are transition signal. Before I describe transition signal to you, also I repeat to you what is transition signal that introduce a reason or example in a paragraph. It's transition signal. Transition signals introduce reason or example for a paragraph in a sentence of paragraph or some sentences of paragraph. We have first of all, second, these are two both or transition signal first of all, but you remember after when you write first of all or second, the first part of a sentence you put after these two transition signal comma. First of all, this small country has very diverse geography, so it has many different wildlife habitat. Wildlife habitat. You see, after first of all, put comma, but before that, so also you put comma. Okay. We have in this session three transition signal. Means we focus about these three transition signal. For example, for instance, and such as. Okay. Put a comma before such as. When you use such as in a sentence, for example, a student can observe exotic animals such as entities, spider, and monkeys. Shema, you can see here after before the such as we also use it comma. When we put such as in the middle of sentence, before the such as put comma. A student can observe exotic animal. اوكي اونا میتونه حیوانات خیلی جالب را مشاهده کنن such as مثل entities, spiders and monkeys. مثل عنکبوت و بوزینه و اینا. But important and independent plus are here. Before such as you must put okay, comma. Okay, put a comma before and after. For example, and for instance, before and after. Okay, is to where when we use it at the middle of sentence. A student can observe exotic animals. For example, anteaters. Okay, anteaters and spiders smoking. A student can observe exotic animal, for example, or for instance. Which one you put before and after? For example, and for instance, you must put comma, or comma, 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 comma. After that, you start the other part of sentence. Okay, and thither, and thither, and spider and monkeys. خب حیوانات یا پرنده های مورچه خوار، عنکبوت یا اینکه بوزینه خوار. خب it's important this part comma. When you put comma, I repeat before. When you put comma, when you start with, for example, or for instance, a sentence, you put comma before? No. When you put, for example, or for instance, at the middle of sentence, before and after you put comma. When you put, for example, or for instance, the end of sentence, what do you do? The end of sentence, you put comma before the, for example, or for instance, and after that you put full stop or period, full stop. Okay. Like this. Write example sentence, the other word, right. When you come to, for example, and in here the sentence become finished. Before, for example, put comma, and after the, for example, you put full stop. before the, for example, for instance, you put comma, you must put comma. You must put comma. But after that, for the stop, because a sentence become finished. Okay. Okay. We have after that conclusion signal. What is conclusion? The conclusion sentence or conclusion signal is a sentence begin with for this, 2, 3, 4, like this reason. It's conclusion sentence. When you finish sentence, the concluding sentence or conclusion signal, conclusion signal is in the concluding sentence. It signal the paragraph become finished. Okay. When you at the body paragraph have 2 main reason, 3 main reason, 4 main reason, at the end you said for this 2 reason, 3 reason, 4 reason, 5 reasons. Okay, but after reason you put sentence. It's the end of a sentence. Okay, it was the conclusion. Complex sentence with reason clause and conclusion and condition clause. Complex sentence with reason clause. What is a reason clause? A reason clause is a dependent clause that explains why something happens or why someone does something. Why something happens. Or why someone does something. Okay. It begins with reason subordinate like, because, and since. It's what? It's condition clause or subordinate clause. For example, you say it is subordinate like, because, and since. Okay. They consolidate the game because it's reason clause. Because reason clause. Because the field was too wet. They could not game because the field was what? The field was cheap. زمین تر بود، میدان بازی تر بود. Okay. Since the field was too wet, they canceled the game. You can put since. They canceled what? They canceled the game. A condition clause is, what is condition clause? Condition clause is a dependent clause that is taught a condition that causes a certain result in the sentence if is a condition subordinator. Okay. For example, my best friend John is unhappy. It's condition sentence. If you have if is condition clause with this sentence. If he does not get an every class, he does not get every class. It was the condition clause. But we have after that capitalization. We use capital some abbreviation for the some abbreviation like IBM, like USA, like UCIA, like UK. But you remember when you have, for example, like of, like at, you don't capital. City College of Chicago, but you make abbreviation or shorten. You must write capital the first part of or the first letter of name. CT, college, CC, also Chicago C. But for name you also make capital D, doctor, Emir, Mr, like this. All words in greeting, but only the first word of the closing of the letter or email. All word the greeting. When you write a greeting for some place, someone, and a person, and a place, you write capital. But the first word of closing lowly, a close relate. You must write the first letter. For example, dear, sir, you put all both capital. Or dear, madam, is name, but you write both capital. Also, dear mom, you must write both dear and mom, D and M capital. Okay, punctuation. Punctuation. Punctuation, what is punctuation? Punctuation separate by punctuation separate, but in this session, not general. We have some other rules I describe and some describe or we study some rules we study and I describe to you after this session. But here you must put comma after what? After millions, billions, thousand, trillions, like this. For example, after today number you make apart and put a comma like this, okay. But do not use comma in a number express a year or in a part of a address. Do not use comma. The number, that number is for a year, a date, year, okay? Or like 2014, like 2014, 2014, like 2010, like 2022. You don't put comma. But part of address, where, for example, we have, you see, 13,125 Main Street. You don't put any comma here because it's our address. Okay. Do not also use comma to separate dollar from cent. Dollar from cent. You don't put comma. Dollar from cent. Or whole number from decimal number. What to use here? You use whole number from decimal number. You use sign a decimal point. Okay. For example, 5 to know decimal 95. اوکی یا میگیم 59 اشاریه 95 6 اشاریه 79 you don't یا میگیم 4 اشاریه 5 you don't put comma here you must see what here you must the sign of decimals علامه اشاریه رو باید بمان okay to separate a part of dates and after year in the middle of the sentence you separate year from the other part of date. For example, January 1 from year you separate. January 1, comma 2001. Okay? But after the greeting and closing of an email or personal letter, after what greeting? After closing letter, you put comma. Dear Mexico, put comma. Low, put comma. Dear mom, put comma. Very truly yours, put comma. Because it's very closing, relative closing or greeting is. But you must put comma. It was the part of this session and describe of this session and listen of this lesson. If you want to learn, join and enjoy, please subscribe my YouTube channel. Bye bye.